Right, so you're welcome back to AECharlieBish, and firstly, I apologise, it's been a long time. Obviously FIFA's been dead for me. You can see I've thrown a beard, that's how long it's been. I'm going to get this shaved off and the haircut soon. In the background you can probably see all my room's been messed up. Basically I had the dogs in here, they had mud, and now I've got to take all this down to the dry cleaners very soon. That's why I'm kind of moving things around at the moment in my room, because there's a lot of muddy and I had to clean it up. However, today's video, we're going to be talking about FIFA 18 overall as a year. Where would we rate it? Good or bad? What percentage? What rating would we give it out of 10? Firstly, I want to apologise for any lighting issue at the moment. I might actually go out and buy a light, like a proper light behind the camera, so you can see my face clearly. Because I'm just basically setting everything up again. Everything's redone basically. But you can expect more content coming from me. I'm going to be talking about FIFA 19 going forward. I might make a little video on all the reveals so far. And then I'll probably from then on here make reactions for FIFA 19 content. Not only that, I'm going to be bringing Fortnite, and I want to bring a bit more vlogs and commentary into my channel, just to basically not just be one kind of dimension in just one game. I kind of want to be able to do it like kind of all, if you know what I mean. Like I want to be able to do more than just FIFA, and I keep looking at that. I need to look at it. I want more than just FIFA. I want to be doing different stuff as well. So if you're new around here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Any comments, any feedback, it really is appreciated. If you want to see me do any certain stuff, let me know. If you are happy that I'm back, leave a like on the video. I will be making a lot more content. Probably I'm going to hit up to 4 to 5 videos every week, and then when FIFA 19 comes out, it will be daily content more than likely, because I will have so much to do. The lighting is poor, like I said. I'm definitely going to sort this lighting out, because I can see from here it's already effed. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to sort it out. But this is AnythingEverything. Learn, change, and entertain. Alright, so now we've gone over to the PC. You can't see me anymore. The camera's been put away. But we're going to talk about FIFA 18 as a whole this year. And how would we rate it? Where would it fall in under other FIFAs? For me, I kind of enjoyed this FIFA. I'm not going to lie. I just sweat it out. I did enjoy it. But I feel like there was huge negatives coming into it. Let's start off with the positive first. So positives, I banged it a lot. Probably can see by my record that I'll have out in another video. Played over 1,500 games, enjoyed the content. There was a lot of content on this game in my opinion. Like you had the draft, you had squad battles. Squad battles for me was a big thing at the start. It drifted off towards the end. At the start, squad battles was crucial if you wanted to build a good team and you weren't spending money on the game. It was crucial, and it was really fun and enjoyable. But then after a while, it becomes a drag, like every kind of feature that FIFA does. That's one of my criticisms on FIFA. But squad battles good. I feel like the content was there this year. There was a lot of squad battles. There was a lot of way to earn coins. There was a lot of way to kind of stay diced into the game. So overall, one of the positive things I feel like is content. There was a good amount of content. Gameplay wise, I feel like the gameplay was alright. I feel like there weren't enough skill gap in my opinion. I feel like one of the negatives which we'll go on to is the patches. But overall gameplay was kind of it was decent. It was decent at points. It was decent at points. You can't like fully criticize EA for gameplay, because at times the game was really enjoyable, but at times obviously it was really not enjoyable and there was a huge issues with it. But overall the gameplay was decent. It weren't the worst. One positive of this year was the way they done the icons. I really like the way they did the baby versions, the prime versions, and the middle, the older versions. I like that. That's a good aspect in my opinion. More cards available. I liked it. It was really good. It was really fun, like to see who you got and all that sort of good stuff. So one positive thing definitely there is the cards they done this year. I feel like they added a lot of special cards this year for FIFA, but ultimately it's just about being outpriced. Once you're outpriced for them, it's like not worth having the cards there for certain players, because they'll never be able to achieve it until right at the end. I feel like Ultimate Team, I'm trying to rack my brains to think of something that's really positive, but I feel like just Ultimate Team as a whole is kind of positive. The step they made towards it, there was a lot of content in it. There's a decent gameplay at times, and Ultimate Team as a whole structure, I feel like it did really well. But I feel like there's just much more negatives that weighs out the positive in my opinion. And there was obviously a study recently showing that there was a lot more players playing FIFA 17 than there was FIFA 18. It just shows you that the FIFA kind of spectrum is what's the word, phenomenon I should say, it is kind of dwindling. They're dropping numbers, so they're gonna need something big for FIFA 19, and in my opinion so far it's not there. They keep adding little gameplay stuff which isn't gonna make, like after 2 weeks everyone's gonna be bored of it. So we're gonna move on to the negatives, because there was a lot more negative. My first issue with the negative is kind of the whole esports scene that FIFA's trying to create. The gameplay for me doesn't match up with the esports scene that they're trying to grow. The skill gap isn't high enough. Although there was a positive aspect with gameplay, consistency wise there wasn't. There was a lot more lag, there was a lot of connection issues, there was a lot of delay issues. Different days on Foot Champs made it different. There were just so many problems with
with like kind of gameplay this year. The patches, they released a patch just before a qualifying weekend. There was a lot of issues that I had with the esport team side of things, and not only that, just in terms of FIFA gameplay itself. Like, nobody should have to play one game that day, and then the next day they're playing a different type of gameplay. I think it's ridiculous. I think gameplay consistency was really, really poor this year, and overall the gameplay, in my opinion, skill gap needs to improve. It needs to be hard to keep the ball. It needs to be hard to defend. That's what football is. You don't, like, you know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't be able to keep the ball at the back and then like just like basically waste time for 60 minutes after going 1-0 up. That's no skill. That's just easiness. They made it too easy to do that. You should be able to press. Press should be quicker. Everything about that should be quicker. The next negative, I would say, is these microtransactions, man. EA obviously is the one that basically is the biggest company known for it. They're the ones that introduce basically it to the market, and it just ruins the game, man, especially when it's meant to be a competitive game. And in games like Fortnite, you see that you can buy stuff, but it isn't going to benefit you. It's just going to be there for the appearance. Now on FIFA, it really, really does benefit you. If you're a good player, if you're both good players, if you're an 8 out of 10 player and you're playing a 7 out of 10 player, but they have a huge team advantage, they're going to win. And that doesn't represent skill, that just represents who paid the most money. And obviously I know EA make most of their money by that, but it's ridiculous because their game's worth £60 this year. And it's like, you're charging all this money and you're charging all this stuff, and then you're also making people buy packs, because otherwise, if you kind of played the game just to play the game for free, you're at a huge disadvantage. And it's like, what's the worth of playing then? Because I'm going to be playing against these top players and top teams, I should say. And not only that, if you're trying to be playing professionally, trying to get to that stage, you literally, there's no other way unless you spend money near enough. Like, it puts you at a huge disadvantage. And especially, I feel like this year, transitioning to FIFA 19, there's going to be more of that than there was this year, because obviously the FIFA scene only just recently came out, if you want to call it that. But in terms of like the transactions and playing against good teams, it is just ridiculous. The next negative is FUT Champs, and I love FUT Champs. Let me get wrong, I should have placed that in my positive. I like the rewards, I liked everything about it, I like the competitiveness to it, but in my opinion, FUT Champs is way too long. 40 games is too much, and I don't like that you can take 2 L's or 3 L's in the first, say, day, and then it already ruins your chances of a top 100 finish or something like that. I feel like there should be, I know there's a lot of negative criticism about ladder tier systems, but I feel like there's got to be a system where you be placed in brackets and you can kind of play non-stop and earn points. Because in my opinion, I feel like once you lose and you kind of mess up your weekend, it's like, what's the worth of playing? I've messed up my weekend. Whereas I feel like if you can play unlimited games, it's going to entice you to play more. You're going to enjoy it more, because you know that a loss isn't going to define that kind of result. Too much pressure. We had a lot of like things going on with like the mental side of FIFA and how much pressure it put on pros, and we see a lot of pros stop playing. Guessing that's to gameplay as well and consistency and that sort of aspect, but overall it's just a lot of pressure. I feel like you're going to get the best players that can play kind of consistently, not over 40 games under pressure, or they're just dependent on what players you've got, because that's another aspect of FUT Champs that was really poor this year. The players, you could play against 5 top 100 players, while someone could play 0 top 100 players, get 39-1, and then you can finish 35-5, or say 37-3, and they got a better reward than you or better finish than you, all because you just played against the harder players. So I feel like this ladder system makes it even, because everybody will be playing in their allotted slot, and then obviously as you win games, you can progress and you go forward, and then when you lose, you go down, vice versa, and that will change rewards and how you get them. And I feel like you'll get the best kind of consistent performances from the best players, rather than players who can just deal with the pressure. Another negative aspect this year, and this is the last one I'm going to go on to, and we're going to wrap it up, is because they literally done nothing apart from Ultimate Team. Where's the rest of your game? You might as well just call it not FIFA 19, just call it FIFA Ultimate Team 19, because there's literally no aspect like added on to the new game, and there weren't this year. Like, they changed a bit of the trait system for pro clubs, but overall there's nothing. Like, literally there's nothing on this game anymore. And FIFA 19, they've got like these new kickoff modes, and there's a little few stuff, but you used to be able to do them in FIFA. I'm pretty sure you could take offsides off, fouls off, red card, yellow cards off. They've got a few new gameplay aspects which I'm interested in, but at the end of the day, it's only going to last for a little while, especially if it's only kickoff. It's got to be like online friendlies, you should be able to do that in as well. So it's like an Ultimate Team game now. There's no added stuff on, and so far from the FIFA 19 betas and the FIFA 19 releases, there's nothing new in terms of other content for other game modes. It just kind of makes it boring, and especially Pro Club, I feel like, is a very underrated scene. It's very enjoyable if you can get the players to play with, if they increase what you can kind of do on it, and the better. I just feel like they need to add more content to Pro Club and other aspects of FIFA rather than just Ultimate Team. But overall, for this FIFA, I'm not gonna lie, because I love playing FIFA. Well, I love playing FIFA and football, I should say. Like, I'm not gonna just go something higher. Just I honestly do feel like FIFA this year for me was about 7 out of 10. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I don't think it was an amazing game. I don't even think it was a very good game. I just think it was a good average, but above average good game. And I'm hoping very, very big things for FIFA 19. Otherwise, the FIFA franchise, in my opinion, this is the most crucial part, because I feel like it's going to have a lot of people leaving, especially with new games coming out, trying things, the whole battle royale system right now. They need to try something. They need to go big. They're losing kind of customers, and they need to do something big. But this is AECharlieBish. Let me know what your thoughts are on FIFA 18 as a whole. Was it boring? Was it good? I just realized I probably had no emphasis in it, but it's because I'm trying to concentrate and kind of think about what I'm saying. It's off the top, off the dome. But you'll see more of me in the videos, more of my personality. I don't want to just do FIFA content. I want to do different other content and basically voice my opinion on other certain things that's going on right now on YouTube, on the world, on football, everything. So make sure you subscribe and do not miss out. Leave a like on the video if you're happy that I'm back, and let me know your comments and the thoughts on FIFA 18 as a whole and what you're expecting from FIFA 19. This is AnythingEverything, learn, change, and entertain.